Okay, well, the Maiden Plus One on this little brushless converted Flybear SU-35 went very well. Better than I expected it to. So let's take it back out to the field and do a couple of tuning flights on it now that we know all the electronics are working well. I didn't see any glitches in the motor and the ESC, which was something I was worried about. I've never used a receiver that had a built-in brushless ESC before, so I didn't know how that was going to work out with one of these little high kV motors, but no glitching whatsoever. The throttle was nice and smooth and linear like it should be. So awesome, you know, no complaints with the electronics. I'll see you out the field and we'll do a couple more tuning flights on it. I have it in manual mode again. Alright, let's get it in here. Oh, I did trim down the elevator a little bit, but I didn't set my rates any lower than what they were. Oh, that looks better. That looks more axial. Getting a little breezy out now. Going into the wind, it wants to climb a bit. Hi, Alpha. Hi, Alpha. That is too cool. This is going to be another fun little plane. Sweet. Yeah, that did help the zooming on it. Not quite as axial rolling to the right as it is to the left. I'd say it has pretty good slow flight capability. That is cool. I am very happy with this. And as I get it dialed in, it'll fly even better. Man, I'm amazed at how much I can throttle back on this. Now that's going into the wind. It doesn't have unlimited vertical, but it does have pretty good climb. I think with the weight it's at and what I measured this motor and prop thrust on a 2S LiPo, it was putting out about 112 grams of thrust. The all-up weight on the plane is 64 grams. And so that comes out to about a 1.7 to 1 thrust to weight ratio. Not enough to have unlimited vertical, but it'll definitely climb. Getting pushed around just a little bit by the wind, but it cuts through the air pretty well. I mean, it's a pretty aerodynamic, you know, sleek airframe on this little SU-35, and my haptic is telling me I'm out of time again. Oh, and even though these are really old LiPos, these little 2S LiPos, these 300 milliamp hour, I still had, I've only got my timer set for 4 minutes, but I still had, yeah, so my timer's up.
that I still had 3.8 volts per cell. Cool. Okay, so let's see if we can bring it over here and land it directly into the wind. See if I can plop it down so I don't get sand in the motor. There we go. All right, well, I've got some tuning to do on it, but I am pretty darn happy with the first 3 flights on this little converted Flybear 2-channel SU-35, which is now a 3-channel aileron and elevator mix for elevons, throttle, and then I guess you could count the 4th channel with the gyro. Okay, so I have toned down my scale a little bit on the aileron and elevator and increased my expo a bit. And I've also trimmed down the elevators a little bit. So let's get it in the air and see what we have. It's still in manual mode. That is too cool. Okay, so let's bring it back around over here and do a run through and see how bad it's still zooming. Oh, that's a lot better. Much better. Yeah. I'm not so sure I should have scaled back my elevator. I think the ailerons are probably fine, but I like a little more pull on my elevator. Oh yeah, the aileron still has plenty. I did increase the expo on both of them from 50% expo to 60% expo. Yeah, I might be able to tone down the ailerons a little bit more, and I think I might kick my elevator back up where it was. That's a pretty big loop. Has some power, doesn't it? I like that a lot. Very maneuverable. Kind of noisy though, huh? Of course, that prop is really close to the back end. I had to, situate everything since the motor was all the way on the tail so that I could get the CG balanced on it. And I think that feels pretty good. I may experiment a little bit, moving it 2 or 3 millimeters forward, 2 or 3 millimeters back, just to make sure you can see the wind there. Split S. Yeah, that's pretty good, and it's not zooming like it was before. It's still zooming a bit. But that is pretty darn cool. I think this is going to be another one of those projects that I'm glad I did it, That is cool. That's a lot better than a 2-channel, isn't it? Whoa, that rolled quickly. Yeah, I think need to tone the ailerons down a little bit more. Okay, I'm getting my haptic warning now. See what direction the wind is coming from. But I'm pretty impressed. Pretty impressed. It's handling better now than it was on the first 3 flights. Now that I've tuned it out a little bit, still need some more to do, but awesome, just awesome. Okay, so I don't even know what direction the wind's coming from right now. Let's see if we can plop it down over here again. There we go. There's the wind now. Where were you when I needed you? Okay, so I'm going to tone down the ailerons a little bit more, and put it back in the air. And once I get everything, I want to get everything lined out and get it flying extremely well in manual mode before I test out the gyro, so that I know if anything weird is happening, it's the gyro, it's not the setup on the plane.
I think it handled better during these 2 flights with a little bit of tuning, especially on the 4th flight. After making some adjustments to it, I think it needed a little bit of down trim. As a matter of fact, looking at, it's got that zooming issue, and looking at the horizontal stabilizer, I don't think it is so much the main wing as it is the horizontal stabilizer. The horizontal stabilizer actually comes down a little bit, and that provides positive angle on the horizontal stabilizer. So I think what I'm going to do after, I don't know, maybe one more test session, I think I may go ahead and cut those loose and bring those up level and see if that takes care of the zooming issue. I'll play around a little bit more with the trim on the elevator to see if I can negate the zooming that way. If I can't, then I think I'm going to go ahead and pull those horizontal stabilizers up in the front so that they're completely level, to see if I can, overcome this zooming issue if the elevator trim doesn't do it for me. So I would say that the performance on this is with the power system, it's on par with the Glue and Fly Series F22 Nano as far as power, agility, maneuverability, and its aerobatic capability. So this is going to be an extremely fun little park jet when I get it flying exactly the way I want. So, and I know I said I was going to test out the 3-axis gyro on the next test session, but I think I'm going to hold off on testing that until I get everything lined out and make sure it's flying exactly the way I like it before I test the 3-axis gyro, because I want to know that if it does anything strange, I know it's the gyro and it has nothing to do with the setup on the plane. So as soon as I get everything lined out and have it flying exactly the way I want, then we'll take it up and test out the 3-axis gyro. And I took pictures of almost every step of the way when I was doing the conversion. I'm going to create a conversion log for anyone else that might want to convert one of these little 2-channel park jets. It doesn't have to be the SU-35. There's a lot of these little 2-channel park jets out there that are about the same size. So what I'm doing should work with those as well. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the air.